Can I ask what you're apologising for? There's apologies which say, I'm sorry something bad happened. And then there are apologies which say, do you know what, my policy made these bad things happen, and my policy was wrong, and I'm sorry for it. Are you prepared now to say that to the Windrush generation?
Well, no, if you look at what has happened to the Windrush generation, actually there are people who found themselves in some difficulty without documents before we came into government. But let me just look at what the policy...
The families are watching. They want to know if you're actually going to apologise for the policy.
Well, I just want to explain the policy to you, Andrew. The point of the policy was to ensure that those people who were here in the United Kingdom illegally were identified and that appropriate action was taken. What went wrong was that people from the Windrush generation, who were here legally, who had every right to be here, who had helped to build our great national institutions, found themselves unable to show that through documentation and got caught up in that. But I think for most people, no, I'm sorry, Andrew, because I think this is very important, because for most people, they do want to know that the government is taking action against those people who come to this country illegally or stay in this country illegally. What we need to do is make sure that in doing that, we don't find people who have every right to be here being caught up in it. That's what went wrong in Windrush.
But this policy went, as we have just demonstrated, catastrophically wrong. And I'm asking you again, you were Home Secretary during most of this period. It was in effect your policy, Theresa May's policy. The Council for the Welfare of Immigrants say that this lady died after a long period of terrible stress as a result of Theresa May's Immigration Act. The buck stops with the Prime Minister. Will you apologise for the policy?
The purpose of the policy, it was to ensure, and we maintain a compliant environment policy, the purpose of the policy is to ensure that those people who are here illegally are identified and appropriate action is taken. I apologise for the fact that some people who should not have been caught up in that were caught up in that with, in some cases, as we've just seen, tragic results.